What's up, guys? So in this video we're going to be covering all the guardian stones or standing stones and also all the treasure maps in Skyrim. So first off, we're going to start the standing stones and we're going to go in a clockwise rotation except for the second one. But as you can see, the first one is very difficult to miss. It is in front of you as you start the game, and this is the MAGE stone and will give you the ability to learn magic 20% faster. So if you're a mage, it's the one. Next up is the ritual stone. Now this is just east of Whiterun, also fairly close to the beginning, which is why I showed this out of order. But this will allow you to raise the dead once a day, so also fairly useful. Next up, Lady Stone. Now this will regenerate health and stamina more quickly, and this is located in the center of the lake, east or west at least, west of the first standing stone you got, the Mage stone. Fairly simple. Next up, the Lover stone. Now this will improve, or faster skill improvement, gives you that ability, so also pretty good. Now I want to try and show as many areas as I can surrounding the area where we are, including a Whiterun visit there, so you can see which direction to go. But there is the Lover stone, just to the northeast of Morthal. You grab your faster skill improvement. Next up, the Apprentice stone. Now this will give you faster Magicka regen and more magic damage. So the kind of thing you want to have once your mage is full, I guess. And it's also fairly easy to find in the open areas there. South of Solitude. Next up, the Steed stone. This will allow you to carry more, and you won't get any armor movement penalty, such as heavy armor, I'm assuming. It is located far to the north. Now what you want to do is come in from the left hand side and get into that little gap, and you should be able to get there fairly easily. Next up is the Lord stone. Now this will increase your magicka and physical resistance, and it's quite a bit to get to. Now you want to go, it's north of Whiterun, it is east of Morthal and southwest of Dawnstar, I think it is, yes. And just to the left, let me see there, yeah, you want to go to Fort Dunstead on the right hand side and Hall of the Vigilant, and you can start getting there from there. So teleport there or run there, whichever. Then what you want to do is turn around from the Hall of the Vigilant and gallop away. So I'm going to speed this up a little bit because it is quite a trek. But this path is incredibly linear. It's literally only one way you can go. That stays on the path at least. So PS4 Pro arrived yesterday, and wow, it does everything I wanted it to do. All I wanted it to do was to improve the games that are currently running crap now, like XCOM 2 and Fallout 4 with the big settlements, and it absolutely destroys. So now we're getting close to the Lord Stone. Now there's sometimes a dragon circling above, so be careful of that. So there it is, top of the mountain. Fairly easy to get to once you get onto that linear path. So physical and magicka resistance. Next up we have the Tower Stone. Now this is also quite far north. Now there's nothing really to mark the points except the two big cities left and right, so kind of center yourself, and the Guardian Stone itself is sticking out on the jet of land, which I'll show you in a second. So the stone is just ahead of me down in this area there. So let me just show you left and right. So there's the one tower, there's Dawnstar, and there's this mammoth. So once you see this mammoth frozen, you've got a nice reference point. So straight down from old Mammy Then hang a left. So this will allow you to open expert locks, or it will automatically lower an expert lock to a low difficulty to make it easier. Right, next up we have the Serpent Stone. Now this will give you 1 ranged paralyzing poison shot a day. It kind of forks, so you've got one path going down the center of the mountain, top of the mountain, and then one going just to the left of it or just to the north of it there. So if you follow this all the way down, you'll end up just in front of the boat wreck, and then if you run straight from there, you'll run over that wreck as well. But once you get in the vicinity, like they always do, they will show up on your map in a blackened state. Alright, so next up we have the ATRONACH stone. And what this will do is absorb some spell damage, will give you a larger MAGICKA pool, but your MAGICKA will also regen slower. So with the good comes the bad for this one, and it is located right in the center of this area, the Riften area. You could say the hot springs. Also a dragon floating around here, as you can see. This is the Shadow Stone, so you can become invisible once a day for an extended period of time. So also very useful. Alright, so that is all the Guardian Stones to get the Standing Stones achievements. So next up we're going to do the maps and their loot locations. So let's crack on with that. Alright, so map 1 is located just south of the first Standing Stones you got, the MAGE stones. Guardian stones. Just to the south of that, on the hill, there'll be a bandit camp, and the map will be on one of those bandits. So go in there, create some hurt, grab the map. Now for its loot, head to Riverwood, and as you enter the gates from the southwest, hang a left over the river and your loot will be inside a hollowed out log. Okay, so grab your loot, and then we're going to head over to the second map. Right, map 2 is just southeast of Winterhold at a place called Journeyman's Nook. And it's similar to go to the Standing Stone, the Serpent Stone. You can travel just southeast of Winterhold and you will run straight into this whole flat area. Once inside, grab the map out of the chest, I think. No, out of the satchel or sack. Now the loot is just east of Whiterun, in the gap of the mountains, the Velithium Towers. Well, it's not actually in the towers, we'll just use that as a reference point. It is actually in the river just past those towers. So there's your tower right there, or left there. And the loot is in this chest by the river. Alright, map 3 location, and it can be located in the Riverside Shack, just southwest of Windhelm. If you follow the river coming out of Windhelm, it'll take you straight there. But you shouldn't have a problem finding this place. We are going to go to the loot location for map 3, which is going to be the Solitude Lighthouse. So just northeast of Solitude is the Solitude Lighthouse. So head on over there, and to get there you need to go underneath the Solitude massive bridge and head up north to the lighthouse, which you will see once again in your map. So map 4 is in Regeren's Retreat. Regeren's Retreat? Yeah, which is going to be just northwest of Whiterun. In the dead center where all the giants roam. Just to give you an idea where I am, it is pretty much in the massive open space. And again, you won't miss it with your map markers. These dungeons are normally very linear, so I thought I could fast forward this. There's only one way you can go. Eventually you'll get to a room like this, and in the chest is the map. Now the loot for this guy is south of Whiterun. You want to head to Pelagia's farm, and from there we're going to be heading southeast direction up onto the mountain. Okay, so here it got a bit tricky, but this character of this game, you can be a goddamn mountain goat. You can pretty much go up a cliff face if you wanted to, but once you've gotten through that little section, we're going to head on up. You get to the open area. You want to go to the right of the snow trees, and there it is on the hilltop. Next up we have Angie's camp. Now this is going to be south of Falkreath, directly south, and there's Whiterun up there. But I'm fairly certain you know where Falkreath is, so head over there, head south of it, and you can grab map 5. We have the end table, and within it, map 5. Ta-da-da. Now the loot for this map, you can go to Gloomreach, which is this cave over here, and it's going to be southeast of Markarth. Couple of areas around it. Once you're there, you don't want to go inside, you want to head to the left and search the waterfalls. They've done such a fantastic remaster of this game. And then we're going to head over to map 6's location. Now this map is actually just lying randomly on the mountain. There's no area to spawn to or anything, so it's directly north of Whiterun. And you want to come at it from the south. It's on the south facing slopes. So there's Morthal, but you don't want to transport there or teleport there. You want to come in from the south, from the Greenlands, the giants and stuff, and just head up the mountain face. And I'll zoom in now just so you can get a better idea. Top down. So this is what it looks like. There's a bit of a shrine over there you can use as a marker point, a reference point at least, and then head up to this rocky area and you will see someone very dead. Grab the map, head for the loot. So there's Windhelm, so you want to go west of Windhelm, quite far west, and this is the snowy giant mammoth area. But it is a relatively flat area, so once you get there again, you'll see it on your map straight away.
Maybe someone there.
So off to Traitor's Post we go, which is east of Windhelm. You go past the Windhelm stables and head to the right, and you will see this on your map soon enough. So remove the riffraff and grab your map. Shed some light if you must. And there it is, map 7. Now the loot for this is just southwest of Windhelm itself again. Gallows Rock. Again, not too difficult to find. Once you're in the area, it'll show up straight away. So map 8 gave me some trouble. I could have sworn I came here many times and located the bandits that have the map, because they don't disappear, and it wasn't there. It eventually just appeared. So we're going to go to Winterhold and to Journeyman's Nook, where you were earlier, and head a bit more south. Now I'm just going to wait for the clouds to piss off. There we go. And you can see exactly where I am, because you can see the land mass. So in this area you'll come across a whole lot of hawkers, and amongst them you will see some dead bandits. On one of them should be the map. I was super stoked to see that when I got there yesterday evening. Okay, so now the loot for this is Dragon's Bridge, I think it is, yep. Now for this chest you need to collect a key, then go to the chest. I'm not even sure if you can just lockpick it or if it actually requires the key. Probably requires the key, but I did come have a look for the loot here when I didn't have the map and there was nothing there, so it only activates really once you pick up the map. There's the Dragon Bridge. What you want to do is head to the right and there'll be a little satchel by the tree. Grab the key, then we go for a swim. Mind the slaughterfish. You should be able to see it if you come during the day, or a sunny day at least. It'll reflect the light immediately. Alright, there's that loot. Now, heading to map 9. And this is east of Whiterun again. There's a couple of locations I'll show you there, but you want to look for that river mainly, because it is at the end of that river. You zoom in there, you can see where I am. And then you will see a fairly unlucky situation, ironically peppered with someone called Lucky. Now, I collected the map at some stage, not realizing it was on there, so there will be a person down here called Lucky something. So the loot for this is going to be just outside this area, just to the southeast of Riften. Another zoom in, that's where I am on the right of that little mountain. What you want to do is drop off and grab the chest, and then don't do what I did, and that's walk off trying to get a view of your surroundings and die. So there's your map. Oh sorry, that was the loot. And there's the death. So this map is in a cave to the far east of this entire map, just north of Riften. The map will be inside on the alchemist in his little alchemist laboratory. So again, very linear, literally only one way you can go until you get to the fork, which you will be able to see because it's the only light in this whole tunnel. There it is. Head in, destroy the lizard man, and grab your map. It'll be on him in this room. And that's what it looks like. Alright, so the loot for that is head to the Lady of the Lake. Which is the Lady Stone, and once you teleport there, go for a swim, and it will be in this area down here. Alright, so final map. This is on the roof of Fort NEUGRAD, and this is directly south of Whiterun, pretty much where you started the game. Head inside, head to the roof, and grab the map. Just going to show the map again to show you where the room is, exactly. And look for this ladder. So the loot isn't exactly very far away, you can pretty much see it from where you're standing. It's going to be just on the left hand side across the lake. So stick to the path or the edge of the lake, and it will eventually curve round and you can grab your loot. So that's the last of it, and here are some end screens for you, so I'll leave you to it. I want to say thank you for watching, and I hope you found the video informative. If you did, please leave a comment, a like, ask any questions, I'll always answer. So thank you very much, and I'll see you next time.